Hi, I'm Colette here with Witch Ways, and as those of you who know me can tell, I'm having a little fun playing with color and hair in honor of the Beltaine season. Today we're going to be talking about the magic of the holiday known as Mayday. We're going to be talking about the symbolism and the simple magic that you can do at home at this season. Beltaine, or Mayday as it's more commonly known in the United States, is celebrated around May 1st. It is the gate between the bottom half of the year, the dark time, and the gate into the upper half of the year of summer. It's midpoint between spring equinox and summer solstice, and it is the counterbalance to the holiday of Samhain, or All Souls Day, which is celebrated in the fall. Samhain is associated with the ancestors, and Beltaine is the gate that leads us into summer and the land of Fae. And the magic associated with this holiday is sexuality, the fertility of the land, and the shift from inner to outer. So May wine is a traditional drink that was used during the Beltaine season to celebrate, and it has a profound effect on the body of helping to clear out winter's sludge by mildly thinning the blood. The main herb in it, sweet woodruff, has a small amount of coumarins, which thin the blood in it. And so you don't want to drink tons of it. It's not going to hurt you or kill you, but it is just might not make you feel really well. And in general, it would be a little hard on your body. You don't want to massively all of a sudden thin your blood. That wouldn't be good. But in general, that was a tradition that people did from late spring to early summer, was to drink herbs that did slightly thin the blood as a way to help stimulate the body and get things moving after slow winter metabolism. So just drink a glass or two and enjoy the season. The way that you make May wine is to use a light white wine. Typically a German wine of some kind is used, one that maybe is a little sweet. And for every pint of wine, you can take a few sprigs of sweet woodruff and place it in a jar and let it sit overnight and strain it. Then the next morning you can add some sparkling water to it, or you can add some champagne if you like, and then decorate each cup or each glass with a few sprigs of flowering sweet woodruff, if yours is blooming at this time. Some years my sweet woodruff is blooming at Beltaine, some years it's not. This year it's not. So if that's not the case, you can decorate it also with violet flowers, or Johnny jump ups are also useful. Some people also like to decorate it with strawberries. Some of the older recipes I saw in the 70s actually also would put citrus in. Clearly that's not something that's traditional to Germany, is more a modern invention, but it is something that people have done. Just play around with it and see what you like to do. It's used to make the heart lighter and more joyful. A lot of the magical traditions around this time of year are very festive to welcome the bloom and the summer, spring, sunshine back. And May baskets is another tradition like that. It has its roots in Western Europe, but has been used extensively in the United States. And it's typical for children to make them and to leave them on a neighbor's porch, knock or ring the bell, and then run away. Also, people would just leave them at night on doorsteps for people to find in the morning. It was used as an act of kindness or affection. It was also used to express romantic interest. And what they are is just a twist of paper or some kind of cone of paper that you tape or glue together, maybe put a little handle on it. And then you place flowers in it and leave it on someone's doorstep. You can also take a flat piece of paper and just kind of curve that up and tape or place a handle on it, and then place your flowers flat in that and set it on the doorstep. It's a great gift for those you work with magically, and it's very simple and lovely to do. Just charge it with whatever your intention is. Just breathe that simply into the flowers. Flowers are really willing to carry things around affection and generosity and abundance. So anything that you want to charge that May basket with along those lines would work really well. Beltaine has long been associated with fire, and one of the traditions involves jumping the flame, which is the act of jumping over a candle or over a bonfire. Nowadays, we would probably jump over a candle or walk between two candles to release whatever you didn't want to carry into the summer from winter's dark. So the way that you do this is to just focus and center and spend some time noticing what it is that you're holding on to from the winter. And then when you feel like you're clear on what you want to release, jump over the candle or walk between two bonfires. People used to also drive cattle and livestock through fire or in between two bonfires as a way of purification. And the smoke got rid of the vermin, the fleas, the animal lice, things like that, as well as the smoke and flame purified them energetically and helped them be healthy for the coming year. If you're looking for a piece of magic to center a ritual or a group working around, you might try playing with a maypole. And that's the idea of taking a branch or a trunk of a tree and tying ribbons to it, and then dancing in such a way that you weave the ribbons together. And there's a whole formal process that you can do with the specific steps and a specific pattern. But basically, it always ends up just kind of deteriorating, unless you're a trained dancer, into ecstatic weaving with no particular pattern at all, in my experience, and that is totally fine. So the weaving represents holding and weaving together the energies that are rising powerfully at this time of year. And it also is a way of honoring and turning the wheel of the year, celebrating the season. And my ancestors used to believe that if they didn't turn the wheel of the year with ritual, that nature got out of balance and the wheel wouldn't turn and earth would become barren. And I think part of that is about expressing the idea that my ancestors had around being in relationship to the earth and understanding that they were dependent on the earth for life itself. It's an act of gratitude. Beltaine is strongly associated with fertility, sexuality, and blessing the land through sexuality. I think that right now in this culture where so many people who are socialized female, or people who are trans, or people who are queer, have to fight and work really hard to not take on the societal burden of shame around their sexuality. So Beltaine is a really great time to affirm the importance and joy and sacredness of your own sexuality. And you can celebrate this magically by celebrating your body outdoors if you feel safe doing that. Otherwise, do that wherever you want. And wherever you feel safe and it feels private to you. You can do that with yourself or with another, making love and letting the energy of earth and sky run through you and letting that energy pour out of you and bless the land and honor the land. Thanks for watching. Have a very, very happy Beltane season and be well.